Hey, watching your story, we heard that you were a premature baby and you struggled a lot from your childhood.
I was very, very sick child when I was young. I was actually premature baby in about 7 months old premature baby. So when I was grow up, I probably more than half of my life I stayed in hospital till when I was about 6 years old. So I naturally thought about becoming a doctor when I was young, but after going into elementary school, middle school, high school, that dream basically went away. I didn't want to really, take that hard work and dedicate my life to become a doctor. So I instead went to the chemistry major in Women's University, and was thinking about becoming a PhD and working in the university setting. It has different life, and everybody dreams about different things in their lifetime, and also everything happens because of the purpose and God's direction. And I really believe that God really helped me and guided me to going into the direction that now I am in. When I went to university, I really didn't think about what I could be. I mean, I was still searching for future directions and my life goal, and I thought I might become a chemist and become a university professor. So I studied, but I realized that I was not that interested in chemistry in detail. So, and also our Korean economy crashed at the time, like IMF, and our job market became very slim, and most of my friends actually pushed to go to graduate school at that time because there was no job available when you graduated. So instead, I took a year off and went to America to learn English, so I can be more comparative when I come back. Either way, either going into graduate school or going to job market. And so that's how I actually ended up going into America and learn English. And I went to the Rice University, which is in Houston, Texas. Houston is well known to be the medical, one of the really greatest medical center in U.S. And also I stayed in one of the American family. And she was cancer survivor, and she took me around the hospitals and showed me the difference in the medical systems in America, and I really amazed by their development and their achievement. And my old dream, becoming a doctor, came back at that time, and I really wanted to become a doctor at that time. I did not know what other directions I need to go at that time. So I decided to transfer to the American college to finish up my undergraduate degree and possibly pursue the medical career at that time. I heard about so many negative things going into the medical school at that time. Everybody told me that it's almost impossible to go to the American medical school as a foreigner. So I heard about the obstacle, but I prayed God and see. And also some people suggest me some more realistic way that why don't you coming back to Korea and transfer to medical school after I graduate university. And actually a couple of my classmates did that at that time. But I really wanted to become a doctor in America at that time after I'm seeing the difference in the medical systems and hospital systems. So I decided to stay there, and so that was the biggest decision I made. And if I think back now, that was a very stubborn decision. It is extremely hard to get in. I mean, it's not just because of the grade and the score, but only a few schools allow the foreigners to getting into their medical school, and that slot is also very limited. For example, Wake Forest University accepted the foreign students to their medical school. However, probably only a few students per year. They have, and every year they accept about 108 students to their first year medical students. Maybe only 3 or 4 slots for the foreign students.
What's your message to Korean parents and students who are interested in a doctor as a desired, stable, and respected profession?
Well, I mean, I guess it's dedication and compassion to the patient. It's a very rewarding job. I don't know how much, I mean, I cannot say it's stable or respected job, but it is very rewarding job. And it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but at the end, if your patient say thank you, and that means a lot, and all the hard work just pays off. And when you see the patients, very sick, very ill patients, became stable and be able to go home at the end of the hospitalization, that makes all the difference.
When you had the difficulties, hardships in terms of your academic, personal, social life, how did and do you overcome?
I don't know, I just keep going. I just didn't give up. I don't know what else I can say besides of God help, and I was stubborn to keep going.
Finally, say something to Korean students who are elementary and middle school students who want to make their dreams come true.
Dream big and keep going, and if it is God will, then they will achieve it. Especially if they want to, if their dream is something that they need to study, if they really want to, get that job, they will study. And so when I was in elementary school and middle school and high school, I really did not enjoy studying that much in Korea, because it's just, every day when you come home and your mom will tell you that go to your room and study. When you go to school and teachers will say be quiet and listen and study. So, I was really sick and tired of studying and didn't really enjoy it. But once you set your dream and you realize study is the only way to get that dream, then everything changes and studies, become more enjoyable, and you will really like to study.